Now that supermarket on 23rd Street in Chattanooga is closed, Chattanooga Neighborhood Enterprise is helping folks who live in that area find resources in their own backyard.
And Dallas Payton has their story.
Back in 2022, Chattanooga Neighborhood Enterprise learned that the Food City on East 23rd Street had the potential of closing, so they went to nearby communities that depend on Food City for groceries to identify other local grocery stores in the area to help community members. Justin Turson with Chattanooga Neighborhood Enterprise says his team and volunteers were able to find a number of stores in Oak Grove, Highland Park, Ridgedale, and Orchard Knob.
To identify which ones sold different foods, what they sold. We wanted to make sure everybody knew that you could go in, and whether there was staff that would speak English, whether there was staff that speak Spanish, whether they had fresh produce, whether they served hot food, and whether or not they took EBT.
Turson says they have also taken community members on tours to the stores.
Over the last 2 years, we've done what we call tienda tours, where we have taken neighbors and some neighborhood groups to some of the grocers that are in the area and actually had them meet the owners of stores and some of the staff there and ask questions so that both the neighbors could feel more comfortable with going into these stores that are there, but also so that the owners could know what their potential clients would want to be able to have.
Maps were created to show people in those communities where the stores are exactly located and what they offer. Soon there will be large posters placed on the now closed Food City building with the maps on them.
In certain parts of the neighborhoods like Oak Grove, there are a lot of these stores, and so there are opportunities, but as you move farther north into East Chattanooga, it gets harder and harder to find these local grocers and tiendas, and so it truly is a food desert in some of these areas.
He hopes the maps make life easier for those who depend on the Food City on East 23rd Street.
The area that it serves has a lot of people, whether because they're seniors and they don't drive, or they choose not to drive, or they just can't afford a car. It's tough to go the 2 miles to go to the new grocery store.
The closing of Food City also closed down the last pharmacy in the area. For Local 3 News, I'm Dallas Payton.